for joining us. This is the Voice Acting in North America panel. And it's going to be a Q&A. We'll kind of lay down some ground rules before we get started. Though I would like to introduce ourselves. Arm wrestle for it. Go on. That guy really likes that part. Your biggest fan. I'm Brina Valencia. You probably know me. You're not Brina. Hi, I'm Jay Michael Tatum. I'm a voice actor and writer. And yeah, please go ahead. Calm down, seriously. This is too much. I've done quite a few things. I have voice acted in a lot of stuff, mostly anime. I also do quite a bit of adaptive writing. Most recently, you can see me on television, or not see me, but you can hear me on television as Dr. Jill in Space Dandy. Which is awesome. I'm going to tell my mother, see, you have nothing to worry about. Your son plays a giant purple wig wearing space cape. Told you I'd be okay. And I'm Erwin in Attack on Titan, which I also got the pleasure to adapt with. Sebastian and Black Butler. That shows like a magic word. One day I'm going to be like an old man in a nursing home, and then I'm going to be like, Black Butler, why aren't you screaming? Yes, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to open the floor to questions. Now we have a mic right out front, so what I'd like you to do when I give you the word is very calmly and politely form a line in front of the microphone, and we'll let you ask your question. Before we get started with questions, though, let me lay a couple of ground rules. Please keep requests to a minimum. I know, you're like, hey, please do this and say this in voice, and that's fine. We're fine to do a little bit of that. But some of the voices we do are actually rather difficult on the vocal cords, and we still have another day of this and probably work on Monday. So please help us keep doing our job by just keeping requests to a minimum if you don't mind. Also, please let us stay up here and you down there. We're very lazy. So don't ask us to call your cousins, sisters, roommates, hairdressers, dog walker, and marry them in Sebastian's voice, please. And this is not the time for autographs or that stuff. It's just an open form Q&A. So let's just have a dialogue. Yes? Awesome. So if anyone's got a question, come on up to the mic.
Now that is how you approach a mic.
With swag. Let's do that again, please. That was really nice. Strong, very strong. What's your name?
My name is Jakari, and this question's for voice. Hers is very raspy.
I don't mind.
I'm pretty sure it's Harlem. Honestly, I just wanted to, I aspire to be what you guys are, so I just really want to know, where'd you start? How'd you, give us a little tale of your beginning.
Well, I think everyone starts off differently in voice acting, like kind of a different journey and a different story. I personally started voice acting online for a lot of years, and I knew I wanted to do it professionally, but I didn't live in the right place at the time, so it was kind of just like, training, practicing, taking acting classes where I could, things like that. And then I moved out and, tried to actually make it happen.
Thank you.
So, my name is Nick, and while you're voice acting in anime, do you also lend your singing voices in the anime as well?
I do, yes. Sometimes when the occasion calls for it, I enjoy it, yeah. Sometimes they want a bit of a different sound, so they'll go with an actual, professional singer. But yes, I like to sing when I can, and Diamond Tiara had a little singing part when I was last season, so it was really fun. Yeah.
I'm terrified of singing, so I try not to do that. No, I'm not a singer. And when I've had to do it, it's been like my character having to do like a song that doesn't have to be good because it's in character. So then that's okay, but no, I've never actually done a musical number. There was the closing credit sequence for Aurora High School Host Club. Everyone for a long time thought that was me singing the English version. It's not. It's someone with a good voice. Very different had it been me.
I love doing character singing, but I've only got the chance to do it twice. And one of them was supposed to be bad on purpose. It was for a show called The Garage, and my character sings like this really obnoxious theme song that she makes up for the club. So it was like kind of fun getting to be bad like that, I guess. And then I had a little singing part in Nura.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, and by the way, about your J, I'm gonna name it Justice.
Justice Michael Tatum. That's a lot of pressure. I don't know I can live up to that. I started telling people it's just. So people are like, what do we call you? James Michael? It's just Michael. It's just Michael. I'm a writer.
You're awesome. All of you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sophie. I just want to say I'm really excited to see you guys.
I couldn't tell.
I have a question for you after me. So, have you started recording for Attack on Titan yet?
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, I mean, yes. I am done.
So, how has it been playing as Erwin?
Well, I got to write the adaptive scripts, which were done about 6 months prior to the scripts actually going to Booth record them, and I had no idea that I'd be playing anybody in the show. I usually think, oh my god, I'm going to write this really, really difficult line. It's really hard to say at the top of your voice. I'm like, wait, I'm playing that guy? Damn it. Irvin's really, I mean, he's cool. I love the show itself is astonishing. Like when I sat down to watch it through my prep work for the writing process, I was just like, like episode 1 right out the gate. I'm like, no, oh. And it just kept getting better and better. And one of those shows, I'm like, from episode to episode, you know who's going to die. It's like Game of Thrones, only with giant, junkless, toddler-like titans. Which are a horrifying creation, by the way. Every time I see one of those, I'm like, those are really those. Not a lot bothers me or like gets to me, but those things do. So, which is all to say that when the time came to actually voice the English version of Irvin, I was ready for it because I want Titans to die. They're mean and they're evil and they eat people's moms. And it's not right. You can't let that happen. But yeah, this is funny. For a while, I kind of felt like every line of Irvin's was like, all right, we're all gonna die. Who's with me? Awesome. More of you than I thought. Let's do it. That's every Irvin line. But yeah, it's a great honor to work on that show because I think Attack on Titans. It's one of those big shows that will be remembered as like that wave of anime popularity, like right up there with like the Star Blazers era, and then you had great to be part of it. It's a great, great show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And can I make a tiny request, Mr. Theo?
Tiny request?
Yes.
Oh, with a voice like that, of course. You're so adorable.
Can you please say something you'd say to Tom in Charlie's voice for my friend?
Oh,
She's right there.
It's not me, I promise. Yeah, I see you back there. What would you say? There's so many things Cody would say to Tamaki because Tamaki's a complicated friend.
No, something about the mother-father.
Yeah.
Yes, the line that took me like 20 tries to get right. No, stop, Tatum. It's still too sexy. What is it now, Daddy? Oh, I still can't. I have no context for the line, but it's sexy. Okay, so we're just gonna say it straight. All right. What is it now, Daddy? What is it now, Daddy? Thank you, sweetheart.
That's an ongoing problem, isn't it? Sounding too sexy.
I'm sure it would be what is it now, Daddy? I'm like, what is it now, Daddy? When you ever use that in real life? I never have ever used it for anything. It's just been straightforward and like, hey, Dad. I'm gonna shut up now. Holding on like an Hi, darling. How are you? Save me, please.
My name's Christina, and I've been doing some casual voice acting on the internet with a friend of mine for dramatic readings of bad fan comics. And I was wondering, what kind of voice exercises do you do before you begin a session, or just to kind of get in your zone?
Good question.
Well, I like to sing along in the car to the radio. It's really fun. People give me some weird looks, but that's okay.
How do you own it when people see you at stoplights?
I just rock it. I'm just like, I want what she's having. But no, other than that, I rehearse a lot of my lines beforehand. It just kind of gets me in the pocket. But nothing really too specific. It's just pretty casual.
Okay.
Thank you.
I do the same thing that.
Oh!
But I think I get weird looks because I sing Frozen songs.
Everyone is singing along to that right now. You're not the only one.
Yeah, the person judging you is like, oh, weirdo. And then you drive off and then like turn up the radio. I do this thing, I don't often sing in the car because I find that I'm not very good at it, but I do often will listen to like talk radio and I will try to follow what is being said like by like a word difference. It's almost like you're simulcasting or something. I'll be like, hello, and it's weird. So I look really strange in the car because I don't look like I'm singing, I just look like I'm talking to no one. And I look like
You could have Bluetooth.
yeah, I have a Bluetooth, or like I should get like a crayon. I just like it's like pretend Bluetooth because if people are like, oh, this is crazy.
Old hearing aid, just put some non-toxic paint on it and then just put it in your ear and then make a fake Bluetooth or something.
Awesome. Let's do that. Phone program. Thank you, darling, for your question.
I'm short.
We can help you with that. Well, with the mic, not with being short. There's nothing wrong with being short. I'm a tall person. It sucks.
I'm the little cute.
You're the fun side.
Yes,
I'm with you, Sean. I'm with you.
You know what? You know what problem you'll never have?
Lowering the mic. Yeah.
You know what problem you guys will never have? Running into fire sprinkler.
Or we don't have to duck under low tier.
Right.
It's just like, yeah, there's gonna be fun.
You can go into buildings in Europe and not feel like Hagrid.
Okay, you guys are ridiculously funny. But My question is, if you could have any animal or supernatural creature in the world as a pet, what would you have and why?
That is a really good question.
If you could tell them animal creature.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, or a phoenix.
Yeah.
That would be.
Or Pokemon. We have Pokemon.
Yeah, you can have any, natural, supernatural, animated animal in the world. And why?
Why?
Why would you choose that?
Oh my god. By the way, I love how we all sit here and really think about these questions. Legally binding, like you're joking about a unicorn. You're like, here's a unicorn. You're like, oh no, that was a BS answer. Okay, so anyone here familiar with the show Holly? Oh, that's awesome. That's actually one of my favorite shows I got to be a part of back in the day. There was a little critter that the main character, Watanuki, had that I loved called a pipe fox, which was like really just cool. It was like, I mean, they don't actually exist, but the way it was particularly drawn, and they're actually all over Japanese folklore and mythology, and they're really cool little creatures that do all kinds of cool stuff. They're like, flamingos that can fly around and start fires and stop fires if they need them to. They're just really cool, and they look really fluffy and pretty. And, I don't know, I really like the design of the pipe fox that Watanuki had in Holic, so I'm going to say that. Because it's unusual. I feel like everyone has it.
I don't know, that's a tough question, but I love penguins. Very much so, and I remember seeing a clip of someone who had a pet penguin, and it was just the coolest thing ever, and they're kind of, they're up there in the Arctic and Antarctic, and their homes are kind of threatened right now, right? So you can sort of keep it at home and make a little habitat with it, and sledding with it, it'd be so fun. Yeah, that penguin.
Antarctic only.
Oh yes, that's right.
Arctic polar bears.
Yeah, which are endangered too. I think those maybe would not be the best pet though.
I have a dragon.
Okay, thank you.
I was obsessed with penguins when I was little, so I'm bonding with the penguin thing. And my parents were like, no, you can't have a penguin, they're cold weather only. And I was like, no, I'll just put it in the freezer. It'll be fine. I was like 4, I didn't understand how it worked. But then later, there's a tropical penguin. There's a breed of tropical penguin that lives in the tropics. They told me home in Texas, and when I saw that, I looked at my parents and I can't lie. Penguin. Hello, darling, sorry.
And now the mic's short. All your fault. Hello, I'm Nicole, and my question is a little less fun, I guess. It's more about, have you ever had something that you've really had to overcome, either in your professional career or in your regular life, and how would you get over those moments? How do you inspire yourself to get over those moments that are really tough?
I mean, every day that I'm on the road with an actor or whatever is a challenge, because it just depends on the day and the material you're working with. But I mean, I guess the biggest challenge I've had to overcome to do what I'm doing now is I had a debilitating stutter when I was a child. For most of my childhood, I didn't speak at all. So I've been making up for lost time ever since. So yeah, I have a stutter. And the reason I don't have, I'm from Texas, and I'm from the heart of Texas, right near Dallas, in the north and central Texas area, but I don't have the accent that my family does. Because my speech pathologist was British. So I learned how to speak from a British person, so now I have that kind of neutral tone, which is very helpful in this industry, apparently. And without her, I wouldn't be where I was today. Acting is the reason I got into acting in general, is because that's how I found my voice, quite literally. So, yeah, thank you.
Something
that's like the most disappointing thing. Is like, I mean, it's disappointing to audition and like not get anything, but that's kind of part of the experience. That's going to happen, and you're not going to book everything. But when you get it and then it's taken away, that's like the worst feeling in the world.
Hello. I have a request for Kara. I'm a pretty big fan of your voice and voicing as karaoke teammate from XLR, and I'm also kind of in love with her. So I was wondering if you can say my name and say I love you. Will you be with me?
What's your name?
It's Eric. 3, 2, 1.
Eric.
It's Eric.
Eric, I love you. Will you be with me? As long as Haruki doesn't find out.
Hi, I'm Katie, and my question is, I don't know if this is like a dumb question or not, but I was wondering how often in your careers do you do, when you're doing voice acting, do you do like your voice, or if you do like a character voice, if that makes sense?
First of all, there's no such thing as dumb questions. There you go. For me, I would say it's probably 50-50. Yeah. Sometimes I like my own voice and it fits with the character and the age is right, and other times I sound a little younger. So, yeah, but it's fun being able to do both. Yeah.
And would you say that like you'd be more successful to be able to do more character voices, or?
Oh yeah, I mean diversity is the bomb. Yeah.
Diversity is really important in this business. Usually with like anime characters and stuff like that, but most anime characters I've encountered just sound like natural people, and they want someone to go with that. So I've probably 80% of the voices I've done are just me on a given day, which is great. I can do that. I can do me. I can do that all day. That's not what I meant. God, people.
Get your minds out of the gun.
But I've also had like a lot of advice I've given to people over the years who ask, how do I become a voice actor? And I get approached by a lot of people that say, I can do this voice, I can do this voice, and they always, can do like say they can do Gollum from Lord of the Rings really well, or they can do Gizmo from Gremlins really, really well, or they can do this or that character. And that's awesome. It's great. It's a good talent to have. But I'm always telling them, like, well, those actors are already out there doing that, so no one's looking for that voice. You've got to cultivate your own sort of stuff by your wheelhouse, what they call, of voices. And the most important thing when you're an actor is to be comfortable in your own voice. A lot of people have trouble performing just at their own tone, at their own level, because they just, for whatever reason, they just psychologically get really, really nervous when they're called upon to sort of be themselves or sound like themselves. I know it was nerve-wracking for me when I started, but so I always encourage actors, voice actors that want to get in the industry. It's great to cultivate diversity. Absolutely, you can do accents, you can do voices. That's great. But more often than not, you're going to get called upon to do just your voice. So you have to remember the key word and the operative word in voice acting is acting, which means being able to play yourself to some degree and do it convincingly, which is sometimes the hardest role you will ever get. So, yeah.
A lot of times I get cast for younger, higher-pitched characters because I guess it's something that I've always been able to do for the most part. Sometimes they're not that much higher. Like Izumo wasn't a whole lot higher than my voice, but I made her more nasally. Whereas like Sayonji scene from Danganronpa 2. I was like, way up here. So.
Thank you.
Michelle, and I was wondering what was the best moment of your career and what was the worst.
Say it closer to the mic.
I was wondering what was the best moment and the worst moment of your career. That's not like they're all worst. Well,
You have to do it too.
Right now.
Best moment. Well, probably when I got part of Cast the Dragon on Dragon Tales. That was kind of my first thing. The worst part was when the show ended. I relive it. All the time. No.
It's hard to choose one best moment. I think probably one of my favorites was booking Danganronpa 2 because I've been a big fan of the games and the series, and I was really familiar with all the characters already and stuff, and I just really wanted to be in it, but I didn't know that it was going to happen. And then I got an email, and they're like, "Hi, I want you to play Kyoko Sayonji." And I'm like, "Oh, what? I really love this game." So I think getting to do something that you're a fan of is really, really cool. Worst moment, definitely the recasting thing I mentioned earlier. It's, yeah.
Okay, this is kind of a long story. Shocking, I know. But I worked on a show a couple of years ago called Steins Gate. So those of you who've seen the show will know what I'm talking about. Those of you that haven't, oh my God, go watch it, treat yourself, be better people. Okay. It really is an amazing show, and Steins Gate was one of those things that when I got the chance to work on it first as a lead adaptive writer, well, that was awesome enough because Patrick Seitz and I got to team up. I love working with Patrick Seitz. He's a brilliant actor, brilliant writer, and he and I were both huge fans of the show. And then later, when I got cast as Okabe, the lead character, who is a true lead in the sense that he is literally in every single scene, I think but 2 in the entire show, and he never shuts up. Part of his working later, but it's a very emotional show. Without giving too much detail away, it's essentially about the psychological repercussions of time travel and what can happen when you kind of screw things up in the past and now the future is different and blah, 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 blah. It's a very realistic treatment of what would happen if, sort of thing. And the show starts out kind of funny and you know, a little off-kilter, and it's really, really great. The characters are kind of nerdy and geeky, so I can sort of relate to them. And then about halfway through, things get devastatingly dark as the consequences of what they're going through start hitting home.